Hey everybody, this is Greer from Fullstory again, and today we are talking about data organization. Specifically, organization of your behavioral data inside Fullstory using the constructs and features that Fullstory provides to you to help your teams kind of get work done generally. So right now we're on my homepage, but I'm going to step over into one of our spaces, and this is specifically the account platform. Let's pick the checkout space. Okay, now this is reporting no data because this is an instance of Fullstory that doesn't have any data in it, but the general principle of a space, and that's what these are right over here, these are spaces. The general principle behind a space is to allow you to organize your digital experience objects, which are your funnels, your segments, your metrics, whatever the case may be, organize them logically so you can access them easily, okay? So right now we're in the checkout space. Now each space has two different tabs. One is called featured and one is called library, okay? Each one of those serves a different purpose. So featured allows you to take objects from anywhere inside Fullstory and feature them on this main page. And this is the checkout space. So I've created revenue metrics, which is going to give me total daily revenue or daily revenue yesterday, or revenue over the past 7 days, revenue over the past 30 days. We're going to look at the average order value, revenue per visit. That's going to be calculated right here. Below that, we'll have conversion metrics, which is going to be your overall add to cart to checkout conversion rate, which is a very specific conversion rate that checkout teams would care about, in that this isn't global site population conversion rate. This is the rate of people adding products to their cart and then moving into checkout. Doesn't mean that they actually gave you money, it means they started the checkout process. Checkout completion rate is also, this is total number of revenue generating events divided by people who started the checkout process. All right, if we look below that, you're gonna see some time-based metrics. So time-based metrics, even though yes, it is a funnel, this is going to be a visualization of a funnel, but I put that here because it gives you a medium time to convert. This is a time on task measurement, right? And if I want to, I can actually just take this and make it small, right? I can say, let's give me a single number, and I want that specific single number to be time to complete. All right, so now this is time-based metrics. Usually think of those in terms of a funnel because it's going to give you the median time between 2 or 3 or 4 events, okay? Below that, you've got error metrics. So you can see the way that this space is kind of broken up. You've got revenue data, conversion data, time on task data, error data, and then overall user experience data. There's a few dimensionality components here that also break down, by device or by browser, all of that. Now, if I step over into the library though, this is gonna be all of the objects that exist in my library. You can see right here, I've got a dashboard called Checkout Explorer. And Checkout Explorer is gonna be an in-depth dashboard that looks at all of the checkout process and looking at each and individual step through the checkout process. Now, it might make sense for me to take that dashboard and I just want to put this dashboard right here under revenue metrics. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to add existing, and I'm going to take the Checkout Explorer and I'm going to add that to my featured. You can see right there. Let's see. Yep, so now I've got Checkout Explorer is right here under my revenue metrics. And you can see very easily I've got Checkout Explorer, and now this is a quick dial to a specific dashboard, right? Now, another way to leverage these spaces and dashboards, and I'm going to step over into my DevOps space for a second. So if I look at my DevOps space, this space is pretty unique because I'm pinning a number of dashboards and performance indicators right here on this top featured page. This is a dashboard, this is a dashboard, this is a dashboard. I'm also going to highlight specific metrics. This is my CLS P95, my FID P75, my FCP P95. So these are all percentile values for my performance of my site. And then I've got JavaScript and exceptions. And then I've got, and then you also could put things like your network errors, API calls, your your GET methods, all of those types of things, error codes, depending on what it is that your team is paying attention to. But I have a dashboard here that I want to introduce you to called Engineering Page Investigator. The Engineering Page Investigator is leveraging a feature of Fullstory called top-level dashboard filtering, right up here. So this page, if we dig into all of the details on this page, this is looking at console errors by message, session killing error rate. You've got all of your core web vitals. You've also got entry and exit rates by counts, right? A number of errors, how many people are getting into specific pages and then immediately leaving those pages. All of this data is represented on this page, but it's designed to be focused on a specific page. So I can apply, let's say, my home page filter, and now all of the metrics that are about overall page performance are scoped exclusively to that one page. If I were to take this and say, okay, let's put it on my sign-in page, or let's put it on my checkout page, this is going to give me a readout of the overall performance of a given page to highlight to you where you may want to dig in and find opportunities to improve performance. So this is using a space all around DevOps and error reporting performance data, but then it's using a dashboard within that space that becomes a quick dial when you're digging into a specific page that you want to understand its performance or its lag. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks so much.